Alrighty guys, what is going up? Welcome back to another episode. In today's video, I really want to talk about Facebook. Should you buy this stock or stay away from it in 2021? So I'm going to be breaking down my opinion on it. So I hope you guys enjoy it. If you get anything in value, hit the like button and subscribe. You know, the biggest thing I want to try to give you guys is as much value as I can. So make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe if you get anything, because I try to put a lot of work into these videos. Also, if you guys want to learn more about investing in the market, check out my course. We talk about fundamental, technical analysis, retirement, taxes, dividends, REITs, pretty much everything with the stock market. So I'll put a link to that down below. So now, Facebook. Now, for those of you that don't know what Facebook is, well, you must be living under a rock, because Facebook is the largest social media platform out there. They have around 600 million active users every month, and they have around 6 billion accounts. So the largest profile in social media out there. So a lot of people and a lot of investors love Facebook because they have extremely high margins. So what that means is every time Facebook brings in $100, they profit $87. Their profit margin is 87%. Which is, it's crazy, because if you compare it to Visa, Visa has a high one at 50%. And if you compare it to Tesla, Tesla has a profit margin of 2%. So you can see why a lot of investors love Facebook, because they bring in so much money and they have very, very little expenses. Not to mention, Facebook is holding billions of dollars in cash, and they have very, very little long-term debt, which is, in my opinion, one of the most important things when evaluating a company. So breaking down the chart, you guys can see it does have some overall resistance here at around $300. So this is when we get a lot more selling pressure. So it comes in contact, we get sell-off. So that's going to be the hardest point for the stock to break above, is the $304 mark. We have some support at around the 250 mark. So that would be a good one lump sum investment if you guys are going to swing trade it, or even try to just get in on an undervalued point for the stock here. So what's my outlook for Facebook? My 2021 price target is going to be around $330. I think that's a very, very fair outlook for Facebook, because the thing about it is they are still growing at a pretty rapid rate on the revenue side, on the profit side. So as long as we see growth in this company, I think the outlook is very strong. Not to mention, guys, I really believe that Facebook in the future could start paying a dividend. I know that sounds crazy, but pretty much a company will pay a dividend when they've kind of started hitting their peak value, because right now they don't pay a dividend because they want to use that money, reinvest it into the business and grow it that way. But since the company's still growing, there's no reason for them to pay a dividend. But I really believe in the next probably 5 years they could start paying a dividend. I think it would be phenomenal. But what is a solid strategy for Facebook? Should you stay away from it? Should you go one lump sum? Should you go heavily in it? Well, me personally, I've been investing in Facebook now for about 2.5 years. So I'm up quite a bit on my investment. But what am I doing? So I do pretty much a one lump sum investment of around $1,000, and then I dollar cost average it, because I still want more shares. At the end of the day, that's what I care about, is share size. So I pretty much will just use Facebook's volatility to my advantage. So anytime Facebook falls, I will buy in, and I will pretty much average down my price. So what that does is when Facebook recovers like it did in here, I make a lot more money. And then when it falls down in here, I average back into it, and then I make a lot more money. Not to mention what you can do if you don't have a lot of money to put up front. That's completely fine. Dollar cost average it. Invest $100 a month, $100 a week for 10 weeks. So you invest $1,000, but you get a good average, price for that time period. I really think that's a solid investment strategy for Facebook, and I really believe the outlook for Facebook is very promising. Facebook has acquired multiple companies that are now worth billions of dollars. They bought Instagram for around $1 billion. It's worth around $160 billion today. So Facebook, yes, is one of the largest social media companies out there. Any competitor in their way, they'll either make a little alternative for them. They saw TikTok as a competitor, so they came out with Instagram Reels. Facebook has the money to do a lot of things, and I'm really excited for what the future holds for them. Another cool thing that I think Facebook is getting into, they have the now Facebook portals, which is these little small computers that can stay connected with friends, family, and people like that. And honestly, you can kind of set alerts on them. It's very similar to like an Amazon Alexa. So I think that outlook's very promising too. But on the stock side, I think this is a solid company. Really likes to use the 200 moving average line as some hard support. You guys can see it hit it, buying pressure, buying pressure. So if it ever falls back down to 200, you betcha I'm going to be hopping in this thing. But I'm really excited for what Facebook holds, and this is a huge buy for me, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and if you got anything in value, hit the like button and subscribe, and we'll see you later. Take care.